the plot?
Well, it's based on the real life story of an amazing woman called Erika Eiffel, who married the Eiffel Tower in 2007. And her story is quite unbelievable. What happened in the first time that we wrote this piece is we tried to put her entire biography into the piece, which was just crazy because it's so amazing and multifaceted that you can't make it up, and it just sort of sounds unbelievable. So we actually are creating a theatre piece that's more based on her life rather than her actual life. And she was a presidential scholar. She had a huge scholarship to fly F-15 fighter jets in the Air Force. She was an Olympian. She was a champion archer. And she speaks multiple languages. She lived in Japan. She was this master of a Japanese martial arts form. She writes poetry. Her artwork is in museums around the world. She's really insanely accomplished, and just when you hear her speak, she's so eloquent and elegant, and you can't dismiss her or her feelings, and you can't just say like, oh, this is, crazy lady. This is she's not. She's so, and both Sophie and I, we watched it and we're like, oh, that makes total sense, because for her everything is about a transfer of energy. Everything is imbued with a sense of energy, and so we were just totally intrigued by her story, and we just got into it, and we got more and more deeply into it. And she's also a spokesperson, a representative of Objectum sexual community, which are it's a community of people who they identify as being people who love objects and feel love in return rather than people.
Okay.
So, and I think for us the kind of kicker was the fact that they feel love in return. And I think that's kind of what pushes people's buttons, because if you say, I am loved by, and as something that you look at, well, that's an object, how can it love you? And you can't quantify it, you can't say, well, it doesn't, but, so people kind of just go like nuts trying to like fight this fight. And what was incredible was seeing the vitriol on social media. So there was she had done an interview for the BBC, and then another one, and just the amount of like hate speech underneath it was incredible. But it wasn't things like, oh, you're just crazy and you're stupid or you're this or that. It was like literally death threats, and how can this person be allowed to walk, and they should be like really like very violent angry things. And so that we were intrigued to sort of see like how
the response,
why were people so threatened by somebody who's not doing anything that actually affects their life whatsoever. So what was that thing that really got people so insanely riled up? And I think that's been at the heart of the piece, and then really interested in sort of just
so that's what she you said at the beginning, a woman who married the Eiffel Tower. She had a love for the Eiffel Tower, right? Is that,
yes,
if I'm getting that right? Okay.
And also that actually she says that the tower actually proposed to her.
Yeah.
So she said it was this huge romantic thing, and there was this unexpected whole light show and it was just this total thing, and she said yes. So this is what the piece is, and I think it's been an incredibly interesting journey on just so many levels, really looking at human nature, looking at what we value. Because the thing is, if you take a think about how we process love, you think the object of my affection, it's like looking out from within. It doesn't matter, I am seeing you. The process inside is the same. It's kind of irrelevant what that goes on. I mean, not irrelevant, but the process is the same inside your own head towards something that's external from you. And it's incredible how we look at objectifying things, and then you see people of the church who will wear a ring, symbolizing their commitment
to God or
to you'll see so many of the reverse things where we turn people into objects. and then there's this difference between fetishism and what is love, what's this. And there's a really interesting thing that she said, which was, she said, there comes a point where actually I don't care anymore how I got to be like I am, if it was my childhood, if it was this or that or the next thing that happened. She's like, well, actually, she said, I wouldn't change it because this is who I am. So it's been very, very interesting, and like being able to explore that through theatre, through music and dance. Yeah.